Welcome to the Lawson and Gift podcast. Make sure to hit that like button, share the videos, and subscribe. We're going to be talking about Dalvin Cook. And Lawson, I tried to think of a way to argue this, but there's no argument for me. Dalvin Cook, hands down, best running back right now.
Yeah, Giff, he's the best running back in this league. And when you look at, I know it's easy to say Christian McCaffrey, especially because Christian McCaffrey does do a little bit more in terms of running routes. But, man, it's Dalvin Cook. The performances this season have been spectacular. Look at what he did last week against Detroit. There wasn't a lot of running lanes, but he was constantly breaking tackles, yards after contact, great cuts. But one thing about him, man, is he has tremendous vision. And I didn't know. I've always been a Dalvin Cook guy. We knew this was a good draft pick when the Vikings got him originally. But I did not expect for him to be able to be one of the smartest running backs in the league either. And I'm just absolutely astounded. He hasn't had the big 80, 90-yard runs like Christian McCaffrey, but you look at that one 77, 80-yard run McCaffrey had against the Jaguars, no one touched him. Every single time Dalvin Cook runs the ball, there's tons of resistance, there's tons of hits, but no one can bring him down. And he has some of the quickest feet in the NFL, and I think that's something getting lost. Every time I turn on ESPN, all I do is hear about Christian McCaffrey. I haven't really heard anything about Dalvin Cook. He is the best running back in this league right now.
It's amazing what he's been able to do so far. Probably the thing that amazes me most about him is his strength-speed combination, and the speed more so. And I'm not a big stat guy, but I know people like stats, and he was clocked on a long-distance run. He went up to 22 miles per hour on the football field. For a guy that's as strong as he is and as thickly built as he is, that's extremely impressive, and I think that's what makes him so good. Also, you couple in the fact that he could receive, too. He could catch passes and take it for big gains as well. And there's other running backs that we can give credit to. You know, obviously Leonard Fournette, he's up there in rush yards, and his situation isn't particularly that great this
year. And we've
year.
heard a lot of people criticizing our support of Leonard Fournette, but I don't think anyone understands the 8-9 man tsunamis he has to run into.
Yeah, and again, not much help from the quarterback position. I don't want to get into Minshew on this podcast because I definitely want to make this more about how good Dalvin Cook is. But you're right, though, too, about the vision, how smart he is. He does all the little things right. And even when he runs up the middle, you think you got him. No, he ends up gaining 5-10 yards, whatever it is.
Yeah, and the Vikings offensive line, okay, they're a little bit better, but they're not opening wide open holes. These aren't easy yards he's getting. That's what everyone needs to understand. Like, I wish they would look at that Lions game, even the game against the Giants. Like, okay, there was like one carry where he got 30 yards where it was easy yardage. But everything he has to scrap and fight for, and he's been an absolute beast in the red zone. And the one game he was slowed down was against Chicago, but the rest of his games, he was absolutely lights out. I don't think there's a better performance. Then he's also upped his game in terms of pass blocking, in terms of the mental capacity of the position. It's been absolutely fantastic. And now the whole country gets to watch him on Thursday night tonight.
Yeah, and it's just, what he does for the offense, the impact is huge. And one could argue just as impactful, if not more impactful than McCaffrey. Certainly because that's all they have in Carolina. You know, Moore is okay at receiver, whatever, but really all they have is Christian McCaffrey, so he has to do it all. But with Dalvin Cook, with how much he opens up in the pass game when he gets going, it's tremendous. And with a quarterback like Cousins, who, you know, we have our issues with, to make him look as good as he has looked in games, because once he gets going, that opens up everything for Diggs in that play-action game, and that's what's amazing to me. And you talk about a running back carrying a team to the playoffs. This could be one of those situations.
Subscribe, hit the like button, share the videos, the Lawson and Gift podcast.